not.
Yes.
I have not seen that, but that would be good to do. There was a question? Okay. And if you could get me the sites on those RSAs, then I think maybe when we have the hearing on the budget for the sheriff, which is coming up next week, we probably could elaborate on what's going on if we have that. Okay?
We have to go back to
Is
delegation.
there any other, yeah, oh, one other issue that I wanted to talk about before we left is Representative Algren. I think that we are doing the county attorney on the 13th. We hadn't quite scheduled that yet, and I wanted just to check with you. I did check with the county attorney when he was here before, and he said that that would be okay. So put him down on this agenda, just add the county attorney on the 13th. And I'm going to say 11 o'clock. Do you think the nursing home will be for 2 hours is adequate? Do we need, or should we do a 10:30 or
I
something?
think
Make a
probably
prediction.
10:30.
Do a 10:30? Huh?
No, let's see. I'd say it's going to take 2 hours anyway.
You want to do that? So we'll do 11 o'clock for the
Yeah.
county attorney. Yes, Representative McCarthy.
Yes, Madam Chair, if you wanted to copy this down, or I can give you a copy of this. 2416, penalty. Any violation of the provisions of the previous section or the provisions of RSA 29.8 shall subject the person or person so violating to the provisions of RSA 661.9, providing for removal from office.
Okay.
A petition of 5 resident taxpayers of the county may be made to the Superior Court for such removal or for removal for official conduct.
Okay, so that's 2416.
2416, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you very
Penalty.
much. All right, sounds good. I'll have copies of those available for everybody during the sheriff's discussion. Anything else? Okay, we can adjourn at 12:45. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, public input. Yes, sir.
Yes, at the last commissioners' meeting, there was discussion about Wakefield is hiring municipal resources. For the lack of a better, it's almost like a performance audit that they're going to do for the town. And there was discussion about whether it would be a good idea to have this company come in and do an audit on the county departments. So I contacted the company and the individual, so hopefully you may hear from this in the near future. And also for clarification, could you, where do we stand? Are we buying mothballs? Are we not buying mothballs?
We're not doing anything with mothballs.
Well, as far as the old nursing home goes.
The old nursing home, the motion stands that it will be in mothballs until the end of December 2012. What the definition of mothballs is neither one of the motions did, so we don't know what the definition of mothballs is.
So does that include the installation of the pellet boil?
I just said we don't know what the definition of mothballs is.
So it's going into mothball, but we don't know whether the pellet boil is going to continue to go forward or not.
I don't have the answer to that question because we did not have a motion that made that forward. I would assume that the commissioners, if they have a signed contract and they cancel it, they may be in jeopardy of a contract, but I don't know that. Commissioner Sorensen.
Madam Chairman, I think Mr. Schmidt brought that question up about performance review or appraisal. I believe Coos County did that, and that's something that the delegation does, not the commissioners. I think the RSA shows that it's the delegation that can do that.
Yes, we can pull, I know that Representative Algren had brought that up at one point that we might want to do that. I think it was before there were any performance audits done, but Coos County did one on their either nutrition or their, no, it's the nursing home.
I don't know what they did it on, but I think they did it.
It was on something, they did it up there, so we can look. Thank you. If you can give the information to me about performance audit or get information and give it to us. If we decide that we would like to have a performance audit, say, of the sheriff's department, we might have the information we need.
I have the name, I don't have the number off the top, but it's municipal resources, and The gentleman's name is Don Jutton.
Jutton, okay, thank you.
And they're located in Meredith.
Yeah, I know them. Thank you. Okay, yes, Representative McCarthy.
Madam Chair, everybody does in fact realize, of course, that because we were not able to come up with what the definition of North Sterling is, that all the work that's going on down there is gonna continue to go on. You all realize that, right?
I realize that. You know,
So,
we didn't have enough to say yes, and we didn't have enough to say no. Undoubtedly next week, or if the complexion of the delegation was different today than it was today, we would have had a yes or no answer, but it didn't work.
Well, I still think
So what
that-
happens is that we are not talking to one another, and we're not coming up with anything that, you know, more than half of us really like. We're doing it by about a one-vote margin. So if Representative Algren had been here, it would have been a different issue, but Representative Algren couldn't be here, as Representative Umberger, Representative Chandler, and Representative Penfield. Yes, sir, Mr. Brown.
I have the Merriman-Webster's definition of mothballing, if you'd like it.
No, I don't need it, because we didn't do anything with it, and it really is in the commissioner's ballpark.
Now I move
Well-
to adjourn.
Yes.
Here today, that installation is different than the hookup, so
Then the
they
what?
can, than the hookup.
Oh, then the
That
hookup.
is different, so we can just
I don't know,
install the
that's-
boilers there.
that's your
and don't
problem.
hook it up.
We tried and it
I-
didn't work, that's your problem.
I disagree. I don't think installation and hookup are two separate items. I
That's
think
what they
installation
say.
and hookup are the same thing.
And the same thing, yeah.
Okay, motion to adjourn at 12:50. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, have a good week, see you next Monday.